This is Game 4 of the Canada-Soviet series from Vancouver. At it, Mihailov 13, Petrov making the pass, and they're changing on the go. Now Blinov was given a jolt on the boards. Petrov failed. Blinov going in, number 9 is knocked over by Goldsworthy, and he gives him the elbow again. Mihailov took it on the head, and Goldsworthy will get the first penalty of the game for Canada.
Of course, Foster, Goldsworthy has been waiting a long time to get in this series. He got in briefly in one of the other games, but the Canadians are so intense, they want to get into this game so badly that a few chippy penalties are inevitable to come.
1 minute 24 seconds. La punition de l'équipe du Canada au numéro 9, Bill Goldsworthy. 2 minutes pour doubler chèque à 1 minute 24 secondes.
1:24, Goldsworthy for cross-checking, and Goldsworthy had just come on the ice on a player change as the two teams were changing on the move. Petrov is now at center ice for the Soviet. They have the odd man that dropped it down the ice, and Tretjak will have to stop it. Luchenko takes it back with a goal, number 3, watched by Mahavlich. He's out there with Bill Esposito trying to kill off the penalty. From the corner, the puck is shot to the blue line, recovered by Blinov. Up to center to Petrov. Over the line, he stops. They're getting that passing play here. Luchenko's drive. Scores! A long shot by Luchenko, and whether it was deflected by a stick, it's hard to say.
Again, good puck control by the Soviets. They cross the blue line with good puck control. Now Luchenko moves into the prime scoring area. Mihailov has parked himself on the left of the net, and I don't know whether he actually tipped it or not, but he distracted Dryden as he tried to come across the net and stop the deflection. Good slap shot, low in a good place for a deflection, and Mihailov is right on the corner of Dryden's pad and tips it up into the net.
Soviet Union's goal scored by number 13, Boris Mikhailov, assisted by number 3, Vladimir Luchenko, and number 16, Vladimir Petrov. At 2 minutes,
Luchenko and Petrov will get assists on that play. Mihailov was able to touch that puck. He made a scoop at it, as you noticed, and there was a question whether he touched it or not, but apparently it went right up off the toe of his stick and beat Dryden cleanly at 2:01.
Just another example of how costly penalties can be.
That goal was scored with Goldsworthy. A relay is intercepted by Cornwallis to Bergman up on the right wing. Perot going in there, 33, center right to Mahavlich, and it bounced off his stick. And Frank Mahavlich had a great chance. Mihailov 13 coming back at the blue line to Blinov, number 9 at center, over the line. 3 of them closing in. Here Mihailov right in. And a close call there for Dryden, who covered the short side. He wasn't just too sure where it came from. Perot back at center. Over the line. Stopped by Kuzkin. Blinov, number 9, down the far wing. 3 of them up again. Blinov pass to Mihailov. A dump pass to Kuzkin. His shot was stopped. And the Canadian team break out at center ice. Coming down. Cornwallis passed. Mihailov lost it to Perot. Right in front of Henderson on a player change. And they're making frequent changes. The puck is loose on that wing. Henderson covered his man. Perot centered it in front. No one was there. Soviets clear out to center ice. And it hit Park skate. Paul Henderson drives it over the line to Cornwallis. Coming right in on goal. And Tretjak didn't even budge on that one. Clark tried to dig it out from back of the net. It's knocked over to Cornwallis. Cornwallis slashes at Kuzkin. Here's another chance for Stapleton, a dribbler. And again, the Soviet player is kind of slashed by Cornwallis. Down the left side for Anderson. The kid line out there. Bodnov was with him, and the shot went flying into the crowd. But the score, Russia 1. And Canada no score. This is Game 4 from Vancouver. Soviets won, Canada no score. 14:28 left in the first. Kilimov got the pass, gets it again, getting it back to the blue line. Canada recovers, and they passed to Stapleton, went astray. Raglan going into the corner, number 5. Ganthoff was his other defense player. Now Petrov on a player change, moving up at center, 16, a long shot. Dryden had to spear that one with his glove. He lost the puck right off the bat. Another chance for Mihailov, back to Luchenko, and apparently it went over the blue line just by a fraction, and it was called as a result.
Dryden still looks just a little bit shaky on some of these shots. I don't think he, in his mind, has adjusted yet to how hard the Soviets can shoot the puck. Petrov let a slap shot go there that Dryden made a good save on, but he didn't look like he was right on top of the puck.
All set now for the face-off near the Canadian blue line. 1-0 for the Soviets. Clark got the draw. Mihailov. Here's Luchenko getting the shot. Dryden made the save. Dryden has been fighting that puck a bit, and the puck comes right down the ice to Luchenko, number 3 for the Soviets. Petrov takes his pass, going right back into their own zone again. Kuskin is beside him. Now he moves. Coming up at the blue line, pass on the left wing to Mihailov at center. Over on that right wing, they're closing in. Every man is up now for the pass. Mihailov, here's Luchenko getting the shot. Dryden made the save. Dryden has been fighting that puck a bit, and the puck comes right down the ice to Luchenko, number 3 for the Soviets. Petrov takes his pass, going right back into their own zone again. Kuskin is beside him. Now he moves. Coming up at the blue line, pass on the left wing to Mihailov at center. Over on that right wing, they're closing in. Every man is up now for the pass. Here's Luchenko getting his shot. He scores! Luchenko let one go on a beautiful passing play, and the Soviets have taken a 2-0 lead.
Again, an example of perfect puck control. Look at them set up the puck control. Harlamov gets it right across. Luchenko moves in. Now again, Mihailov gets the stick down, deflects it up over Dryden. Dryden really had no chance on that. But again, it's an example. The Soviet power play is devastating. Penalties are going to cost you.
7:29, the scoring play, and we're not sure whether Mihailov will get credit on that shot by Luchenko, but he had his stick right in the way. We'll wait for the official. A long shot. Yes, Mihailov.
Assisted by number 3, Vladimir Luchenko, and number 16,
With
Vladimir
the score,
Petrov.
the Soviets 2 and Canada no score. This is Game 4 from Vancouver. That is the same type of play there with Mihailov getting a stick in the way on Luchenko's shot, and he had his stick right in the way. We'll wait for the official. A long shot. Yes, Mihailov.
Assisted by number 3, Vladimir Luchenko, and number 16,
With
Vladimir
the score,
Petrov.
the Soviets 2 and Canada no score. This is Game 4 from Vancouver. That is the same type of play there with Mihailov getting a stick in the way on Luchenko's shot in each case. So it's 2-0 for the Soviets, and almost identical goals in which it was doubtful whether Mihailov had really contacted the puck or not, but he did. And in each case, he gets the goal with Luchenko getting the assist. Petrov got the assist on the first one. 2:01 and 7:29 for the Soviets. And from the way they're playing at the moment, looks as if this could be a rough game.
Chippy play can only work to the advantage here of the Soviets because, of course, they're winning 2-0 right now.
Esposito at center ice, got that puck back at center. Sealing cleared it over on the far side to Park. It's dumped over the line. Vasiliev shot it out to center ice. Sealing, 16, ahead on the right side to Gilbert. Over on that far wing, Hadfield knocked his man over. They fell into the boards. Esposito is trying to dig it out. He lost the puck. It shot down the ice. It's going right to the goal line, but not quite. And so it's got called, and Don Ori. There's ahead to Mahovlich. Here's the shot. Krejciak knocked that down with his glove. Harlamov right into his own man. Esposito was right in there close. Harlamov nearly upset the apple cart there in front of the Soviet defense. Here's Harlamov taking a pass way offside. He's 17 and the big star of the team.
Here's a good look at the play from the low angle. You can see Tretiak moving around.
In the face-off, the Soviets get the draw, lose it again on the boards, only to recover. Harlamov playing it to Maltsev, over to Mikulov, over the Canadian blue line, then Harlamov missed it. Mike Mahovlich coming back with Perot, the two of them over the line. Mahovlich cleared it front to Perot. Perot failed to get a shot, and the checking by the Soviets very close. Stankov over to Mikulov. Here's Maltsev, uncovered, right in on goal! And his backhand just failed to click. But they're walking right in on that Canadian defense. Marnoyer passes back. Here's a shot by Perot. Went off the skate. Mihailov with Harlamov coming right back at center on a player change. Mihailov, who's been the big opportunist, deflecting two shots. Had a good chance there. Marnoyer to Mahovlich. To Perot. Perot over the line. Houston stopped in number 4, head to Mihailov, and Mihailov, incidentally, wears 13, so you can see what a gallant soul he has to be. And he's had the 2 goals, and in each case, deflections. And hard to tell. Now Ellis, down the right wing, here's a shot. Tretiak covered that angle perfectly. 2-0 for the Soviets. Mihailov, 13, passing ahead, just getting rid of it, really. Bill White took it at center ice, shot it right back in again. And the Canadian team are trying to turn the tide. They are playing back to that first game in Montreal. They just aren't sure of themselves. A long shot. Ori is going back to the net. Ori is now on the move for Canada, the blue line. On the right side, cleared it in. He ran into Lecheko. Kuskin cleared into the corner. Marnoyer going in back to the net. Tried to dig it out. He did. Mahovlich couldn't get it. Marnoyer shoots. And they all ducked, and it went into the crowd. Kuskin was down on his knees. Petrov beside there, and Mihailov.
You saw Kuskin, a perfect example of how well they used their feet in front of the net. Of course, he had lost track of the puck with his eyes, but he kept his feet moving, and he eventually got down on the puck. It got pushed away. Cornoyer tried to blast the puck right back through the whole maze and hoped that it would go right through. Of course, it deflected and went up out of play.
Hadfield on the left wing, Gilbert on the right, Perot at center ice. Lecheko has had 2 assists. Both his shots deflected by Mihailov for scoring play. Lecheko shoots it out at center. He's checked by Bledoff, and the puck goes flying over the glass into the crowd. 6 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the first period. 2-0 for the USSR.
There's Coach Bobrov. Of course, they don't show a tremendous amount of emotion, but he has to be a little more relaxed with a 2-goal lead than Coach Sinden on the other side of the rink.
Going out to center ice, there's Bobrov, the coach. He seems to be even more active in this game tonight than others. From the face-off, here's a chance. There's Frank Mahovlich, hit a skate. Bledoff, 9 in the Canadian zone. Keeps on going from Petrov, took his shot. And Dryden was down low to cover up on that close call.
This shot causes Dryden a lot of trouble because he wasn't absolutely sure that Bledoff loses it. He gets it back, kicks it up with his foot. Now he's not sure he's not going to try to go out in front. And Dryden fell back into the net.
From the face-off, Canada recover, and it's down the right side. Perot was squeezed right out on the play by Lecheko. Kuskin in front of his own net, over to Bledoff. Up to center ice with Petrov and Mihailov. Here's Mihailov's shot, went bouncing high, caught by Dryden. And this Mihailov is playing quite a game in this first period, having been given credit for the first 2 scoring plays in which he deflected each one after Lechiko's shot. It was just one of those things, but they all count. Tremendous crowd here. There's not a space anywhere, and they were lined up trying to get tickets in Vancouver for some time. Here's a long shot by Lecheko that failed to click. He fanned on it, really. Slides out to center. Hadfield took a long shot. Tretiak caught it coolly with his glove. The long pass Soviets has really been outstanding in this game so far.
Not only have they been back-checking exceptionally well, but they are not afraid to come up the ice, and if the pattern isn't set up properly, they turn back into their end, and this seems to be causing Team Canada some confusion as to who they should actually check when the Soviets turn back into their end.
Esposito out there with Dennis Hull and Goldsworthy, number 9. He's had 2 penalties, and they've cost the Canadian team 2 goals. So you can't play men short against this Soviet team. They jam against the boards. Dennis Hull was reached against the boards there by Sagankov, so they know how to bump. Then Harlamov was knocked over by Esposito, a trip. Esposito will get a tripping penalty, so that's 3 Canadian penalties in a row.
This is one of the hardest penalties to give. Watch Harlamov. He cuts back to the inside. He actually trips himself a bit.
Penalty, number 7.
Of course, when you try to jump over the stick, Esposito was trying to check him. He goes down. A 2-minute penalty. Let's hope it's not a costly one.
Au numéro 7, Phil Esposito. 2 minutes pour avoir fait trébucher. À 19 minutes 29 secondes.
All set for the face-off, with the Soviets still showing great power out there. Clark is now at center with Ellis. They're going to try and kill off this 3rd penalty. Bergman and Park on the Canadian defense. Clark and Ellis out there. Raglan shot it out over the line. Maltsev is on the right. Harlamov back to Sagankov, who's dumped on the play by Clark. Raglan over on the wing. A shot goes wide. Harlamov getting it back to Raglan, and you see how they monopolize the play. It's back to Sagankov. Another shot. Wright got that one with the side of his stick, and they just pass that puck around a la New York Rangers in the old days.
The Soviets have a great tendency on their power play to get the puck to number 7, Sagankov. They shoot right from the slot area, but well back towards the blue line. A very dangerous shot.
Maltsev ready for the face-off. Mikulov and Harlamov on the wings as the buzzer goes to end the first period. With the score, the Soviets 2 and Canada no score. This is Game 4 from Vancouver.